This is the prep packet video for Unit 3, Chapter 8.3, and we're working on Objective 3. This is the third video for this one, so it's part 3. So we're still working on complex fractions. And in this case, we're looking at what's the best method to choose to work on it. And again, I'm sort of two minds of this, but here with this one, I kind of noticed that I have h plus 5 and h here, and I have h and h plus 5 there. So I have common denominators which might cancel out quite nicely if I do it sort of the quote-unquote old-fashioned way. So let's just do this. I have 3 over h plus 2 over h plus 5. The common denominator here is h times h plus 5, right? And this one is there, so it's missing this one. So I'm going to multiply this side by h plus 5 over h plus 5. And that's 1, so it doesn't really change the value. This one is missing this one. So I'm going to multiply it by just h over h. And the new look for all of this would be 3 over h plus 5 plus 2h all over h times h plus 5. Let's look at the denominator. I've got the same thing going on. The denominator is still h times h plus 5. And I have 6 over h plus 5 minus 1 over h. And in this case, here's h plus 5, h plus 5. So I'm going to multiply this side by h over h. Here I have h, and h is missing this. So I'm going to multiply that by h plus 5 over h plus 5. And my new denominator looks like 6h minus h plus 5 all over h times h plus 5. Okay, so let's come down here and do we have to do a little math now. So I'm going to distribute and combine like terms here. So 3 times h plus 5 is 3h plus 15 minus 2h, plus 2h. So that turns into 5h plus 15 over h times h plus 5. And my denominator is 6h minus h. And be careful, I have minus a plus is a minus. So minus 5. And that will turn into 6h minus h is 5h minus 5. And that's over h times h plus 5. So I'm going to do, it's going to turn out to be a regular, old-fashioned fraction division problem. So I'll do stay, change, flip. So the top one's going to stay the same. 5h plus 15 over h times h plus 5 times the reciprocal of this. So I have h times h plus 5 all over 5 times h minus 5. And we get to do some canceling. Only cancel across a multiplication sign, never across a plus or a minus. So I'm going to come to here and I'll have 5h plus 15 over 5h minus 5. And I know some of you may be so tempted to try to factor vertically, but don't you dare. Because what I want you to do instead is pull the common factor of 5 out of here. So you'll have 5 times h plus 3 over, do the same here, 5 times h minus 1. Now you can cancel out those 5's, and what's left is your answer. So go ahead and copy that, and I'll meet you on the next slide. Okay, this is kind of a beast, so let me take my time with it. Let's take a look at the numerator first and factor that. The top part is a difference of squares, so I'll have w plus 7 times w minus 7, and that's over, let's see, I can take 6 out, so 6 times w plus 6. And that's the numerator. Now let's take a look at the denominator. So here I can pull out 9, so I have 9 times w minus 7 all over another difference of squares. So that's w plus 4 times w minus 4. So we could go either way. I would try it, let's see. Let's try it the standard way. So I'm going to end up with w plus 7 times w minus 7 over, it's supposed to be a 4, 6 times w plus 4 divided by 9 times w minus 7 over w plus 4 times w minus 4. And then I'm going to flip this. So let me rewrite it. W plus 7 times w minus 7 all over 6 times w plus 4 times w plus 4 times w minus 4 over 9 times w minus 7. Okay, I get to do some canceling, and let's see, I'm going to use orange. So I have a w plus 7 here, and I have a w plus 7 there, and I have a w plus 4 there, and I have a w plus 4 there. So that means what I have left is w plus 7 times w minus 4 all over 6 times 9. So that would be, I can do that in my head actually. 6 times 9 would be 54. So that was pretty easy all in all. You could do either one the other way, and I think as you become more practiced, you'll decide that one is your favorite. But I want you to make sure you keep trying both of them. So go ahead and stop and copy, and I'll see you on the next video.